What's the best way to impress your boss?
I mean, in my limited experience, one of the things that has helped me a lot is having a good one. And one thing that I like about the
Good
kind of
answer.
the bosses and mentors that I have from my director to even you, is that they really value people who are kind of just doing the right thing. That's something that's been pushed to us since the day I got here is put your head down, do a good job, and we're gonna know you did a good job. Don't tell me you did a good job.
Yeah.
Whereas in co-op terms or in earlier employment, that wasn't really the case. If you weren't getting noticed, you weren't getting noticed.
Yeah.
And so you kind of have that kind of snake oil and that kind of snaky thing going on at work with different people, where it makes it so much harder because you're playing a lot more of a game instead of just doing what you should do and doing what's
recognition
morally
is
objectively.
It's key in this office environment, but I agree with you too. It's like the right type of hierarchy. You're going to be able to do your thing and be recognized in different ways. So, I mean, to answer that question, which you're probably going to ask me.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a great answer.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to accept that.
I know. He danced around. But do I like my boss? Yes, I do.
That was a good answer. That was original.
Yeah,
that was 10 out of 10.
I'm going to probably record it and use it again. But my boss is fine with me.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but what do you do to impress him?
But what I think I do, just like what Noah had said, is I work. I'm not going to change my work attitude and my way I work for someone different. If they accept who I am, then they'll accept the way I work. So it has to be like a respect both ways. I mean, I guess because I've been here a bit longer tenure than most of the people here, except you, that I think that, I don't necessarily deserve the respect, but I also expect like, hey, I know how Kurt does. We're okay with, as long as it gets done this way, we're fine with that. And it's both ways. It's, I have to do that. He has to do it for me too.
Yeah. So just put your head down, just do a good job at work and you'll get noticed.
Not necessarily, that's the whole point. Like, I'm not looking for, balloons.
Yeah, you're not looking for the pat on the back. You're just doing it for this. You're just doing it for the sake of doing a good job.
Yeah, I want to do a good job for the company and also for him. But like I said, I don't need a parade and I gotta go kiss faces and babies and stuff. I just want to be happy and say I did my job. And
please don't kiss the babies.
Well, each his own. If you want to run for some sort of mayoral candidate, but I don't need that. But some people do. Yeah, I'll be honest. I've heard it in my past managerial experience, and they'll probably ask you if they were sitting in the seat. Was I a good manager? I think I was, but then sometimes they'll say, "Hey, you didn't do the A, B, C, D, E, F, G," and I'm like, "Okay, well, let me know."
Kim,
I think there's always going to be someone that is a good manager for you as a person and someone who isn't, or people are going to have butt heads or get along, and that's just life, right? But I feel for me, how to, I guess, impress your manager is more so just to be yourself. There's a true authenticity in just being really yourself. Everyone's going to try. If you're at work, you're going to obviously try to do a good job if you want to keep your job, right? So I feel like that's a given. If you're just genuinely being yourself and doing a good job, as anyone would, how could you not get noticed for being you?
Yeah,
that's
true.
So I'm gonna go a little bit different. I agree with what you guys have said. 100%, you're right. I think number one, what I look for when I have an employee or what I try to do with my bosses, attitude. Right? Good attitude, right? Start with a yes. Whatever is asked, don't figure out ways to say no and, start with a no and try to make excuses. Can you take care of this? Absolutely. Now, when they ask, do I know what to do and how I'm going to take care of it? No, but I start with a yes and it forces me to figure out solutions.
Yeah.
So having a good attitude, starting with a yes. Don't tell people no. People don't want to hear a no, right? Like they've hired you and put you in the place to not hear a no, right?
It's like that improv rule, yes and.
Yeah.
Sure. Right. I think I heard that before. But yes, attitude and just say yes to everything and a lot of things will go your way.
That's right.
Yeah, and I think to kind of build on that with the attitude part too, because I was kind of clicking in my head as we were talking is kind of improving that quality of life for other people and having that attitude where they're not just remembering what you did, because at the end of the day, everyone wants to do their job, right? And you do your job, I'll do mine. But it's also, one thing I like about where I am is helping so many people with different stuff is you get to have conversations with everybody. You get to learn about everybody. You get to joke with everybody. And on top of that, So you get to form those relationships and kind of continue them. And then on top of that, it's so helpful, going back to just having managers and colleagues who care, is, having that weekly one-on-one
Mhm.
with your immediate manager, with kind of your boss's boss or whoever that is, where from a 360-degree standpoint, you can get that feedback, and you can also express any kind of gratitude or concern and say, hey, here's what you're doing really well, here's what you could be doing better, here's the great things I'm hearing about you, here's the not so great. And you have that check-in where you're not just kind of lost for months at a time going, hey, am I actually doing the right thing from all facets?
Right.